Hi, Twitch. Yeah. You know, man, it's been a bit of a week trying to get back on like my system setup because I've got a good system. I got a whole bunch of computers here, and unfortunately, they were all torn apart to become the computers that ran the school's grad, and it took me a long time to get the computers back together again. So I'm glad that, uh, but I'm glad that it's working. I think it's working. So chat, tell me if it's not working because I think. Anyway, hey guys, welcome back. We're doing ourselves our Olivon Chronicles, and where we left off last week, you guys had the players had made arrangements to be guards on a ship called the Eclipse, working for a family named Baron and Sarah Solera, and you'd already had a little bit of an eventful day out here on the Ogopogo Bay. You're nothing that you guys can't handle by any stretch. But there was, I mean, they did pack a punch when they actually finally connected, which because your DM can't roll much higher than a 5, wasn't often, thankfully for you guys. However, a moonbeam good use of moonbeam was able to lay down a few of them, and so the party was able to put down a threat to the ship pretty quickly. And there was this strange barnacle covered sea dwellers that ended up boarding your ship from below. No warning, except for the fact that while I was just about to say Dottie, that's the other game. While Jeddah was at the helm, starting to learn under Sarah's tutelage how to helm the ship, she noticed something awry, and that's why you guys were not 100% surprised by things. But you finished the battle, and that's actually where we left off, just as Sarah's father's coming up from below decks to see that this had all happened. And the air is still very much the salty air smell, but there is also a significant now additional stench of the smell of burnt seaweed from these moonbeamed corpses that now lie on the deck. And get high on.
I'm sorry, I scorched the deck a little bit with my light. So it can be pretty intense.
Yeah, and Baron's just gonna say to you, there. It's fine. You're not hurt, are you?
Me, oh no. They are hurt. They are though.
They are more than hurt. They're dead.
Sarah's actually saying, this one might be a little hurt, Dad, kind of pointing towards Jeddah.
Oh, I'm fine. As Jeddah has like a huge wound coming out of like her torso.
Bleeding profusely.
It's only a flesh wound.
I'm gonna say by now your sushi.
You want me to look at that, Jeddah?
Oh, if you don't mind.
And
I'm
I'll
gonna say your sushi spiritual weapon is gone, by the way, now too. So I'm gonna take that off the map.
I forgot about that.
And from a distance, I say, "Oh, those wounds will be fine. You'll be fine. Fine." Healing word. Because I don't have cure wounds prepared, so there it comes. Level 1.
Fair enough.
Nice.
I didn't put it on Bob Moss yet. 8 HP. There you go.
That's alright.
That's awesome.
All 8 help. So, and now for your guys' sake today, Putter was not able to join us today either. So, I'm probably just gonna make him take the dodge action. I don't like role playing other players' characters too much, but if I have to, because of something I see is definitely gonna be something he would do, I'll do it.
We are gonna fight.
Ooh.
There's a fight coming. He needs to dodge. Or should I throw them overboard, or they're stinky?
If you can collect whatever that pile is there and get rid of it, yeah. And it's actually, I think we did loot the bodies quite well already last week, so we don't have to worry about further lootage at this point in time.
Let me. I only can remember
I know
they
got
cut off
some
some flesh.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you were gonna do that.
Somebody passed me like a seaweed steak or something to fry. I will see if this can be eaten or not. They should ask me, so I will go down into the below deck.
I have a piece of flesh. I want to give it to you.
Yeah, you already gave it to me last
Oh, I
session.
did? Oh, okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Let me see if I
Yep.
can.
Well, I guess Bayron's upstairs now.
I will start frying somewhere in a pot. I will make a little stew.
Humanoids.
Make a little stew from it.
A humanoid
Nice.
stew.
Humanoid stew. Interesting. Well, and it is later on in the evening. You guys have been using the wind from a storm that is off still. If you were to look back, it might look like it's actually made its way into Ogopogo Bay from the wasting by now. But it's been pushing you guys along quite nicely. And so you feel without, well, mind you, none of you guys are exactly seafarers in the first place. So you feel like you were going pretty quick. The breeze and the hair was doing pretty good for you.
How's the rocking going?
The rocking is actually relatively steady here, as a forward and back momentum, not so much side to
Okay.
side. But it's what you notice, Bob, in particular, after you've done your Widdershins dance that you were doing earlier on to try and make sure you didn't lose all of your lunch all of the time. Once the ship really gets going, it gets a little bit higher up in the water, and it is much more even travel. It doesn't feel quite so choppy once the ship gets a little bit of speed on it.
But we
Um,
are in the river already, or are we still in the sea?
You're in the bay, and so yeah, you would
Okay.
know for sure that the bay eventually will eventually taper off, probably in a couple of days of travel time, into just a river. But it's a good sized river. Like it's a very wide, very deep river that goes up, or that you would have to travel upstream on. So you'd need to have a pretty good backwind to do it, or oars to get up that river to get to the city of Claymouth. Um, but right now you're still in the bay, and so water almost as far as you can see off to your left. The shore is relatively close. Sarah has been keeping the shore very much in view, and so what you will have seen on the right hand side is the cliffs that were kind of formed a little bit beside Roru are now kind of leveling off a little bit more towards the sea. There's no beach there. It's still very much a kind of a craggy shoreline, but there is a little bit of there is a little bit of tapering off. So if you guys were to decide that you needed to run aground, then you're probably going to run aground into some rocks, but it wouldn't be hard for you to get out of the ship and up onto the shore without too much hassle.
Below deck, I am cooking the seaweed humanoid flesh into
So-
the stew.
With the stew. Oh, I'm not already dropping frames, man. That would be so bad.
I'm if you don't mind, I want to throw a Constitution save just because of the smell of it.
Well, and you're test driving it too. Yeah, please do it.
It's gnarly.
You have to taste test it to make
and
sure.
I'm like,
Ooh.
okay, this is not my thing, but maybe Fro will like it. You know, no tastes are the same. And after about 30 minutes, I come up deck and here you go, your little stew, and I give him a little bucket. I found this bucket. I don't know what it used to be used for, but it was what I put the stew in because they don't really have cooking utensils.
Frar,
I take a big whiff of it. Like, how stinky is it?
Frar, I'm gonna get you to do two things. First of all, you haven't done a lot of moving around below decks yet, and so I'm gonna get you to roll a quick history check.
Me?
Yes,
History.
just to see how good your memory is. You
Where
don't
that
remember
bucket
there
used to
being a
be.
privy on this ship. There's no bathroom on this ship.
Oh,
Anyway,
I gotta take a shit.
it's more along the lines of what
I
do
think
they
you-
use this bucket for? Hey, so
Oh.
I'm.
You know,
What I go ahead and roll a Constitution saving throw.
it was empty when I found it.
Oh yeah, no, this smells delicious. Bob, it doesn't smell very good to you because, of course, you're much more of an agrarian person. You're not much of a meat lover. But Frar, yeah, this is kind of up your alley.
Here you go. Bon appetit. That's what
Are
I
you
heard
sure
somebody
you did
say
not
in
shit
Ruru.
in this?
Me? No. No, the bucket was empty when I found it. I swear.
Doesn't smell that bad. I think I'll feast now. And then I lift the bucket and I chug it down.
Like, look.
Glonk, glonk, glonk,
Love it.
glonk, glonk.
I can be hot still, wait so.
I do it anyway. I am a strong orc.
Jeddah, for your part, Sarah's just kind of checked in with you, of course, sees that you're a little bit healed up and kind of relaxes a little bit, and says, I'm sorry that all happened. I'm glad you're here. Are you okay? You're sure you're okay?
Yeah. If you would have seen us in the Citadel, we died like pretty much every other room. So, well, like not die, but like
Oh, okay.
You are
like
undead.
death save worthy.
So this is not an okay. Well, then obviously, if you then we've got the right people, and that's what I said. But it just seems kind of if you wanted to actually learn how to sail a ship, that didn't feel like I was rewarding you with success because you're supposed. I know that when I first learned, they made sure that that I really enjoyed my first time on the helm, and I did. I mean, I loved it. That's why I do it. But I didn't do that for you, so I don't know how. Well, hopefully you like it. And you said you're going to be able to take a night watch tonight too, right?
Yeah. And if it's all right, I'd like to keep learning.
Okay. She seems genuinely surprised, but also pleased with that, and just starts kind of lets you just sits beside you, almost motherly like, just to make sure you feel or like that friend who actually always knows what is right and therefore like is your conscience. She's basically hovering over you like one of those kinds of friends. Um, and just letting you take the helm from time to time and then taking it back when she needs to do a course adjustment and carrying on. It is getting later in the day though, and so after a little bit she's going to say, are you sure that you're okay to take a night watch?
Could I just have like 4 hours?
Oh yes, I probably would say because I'm going to peter out here soon. If I'm not careful, I would maybe can you do that 4 hour thingy now?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'll go do my trance and then I'll be back up. That's all I need.
Thank you. And she just takes the helm back. Yes, um, make sure that everybody else knows that it can sometimes get a little bit loud on the sea.
Okay.
Just you don't. We need you to have a good whatever it is you do, because it can get kind of creepy at night.
Gotcha. Okay.
And so
Can I
you head
insight
below.
check that one?
Yeah, for sure.
17.
It's pretty good. She's not really trying to hide a whole lot there. You get the sense that she's tried to work with other people in the same capacity as you, trying to learn how to helm a ship. Um, you feel like something happened in the past that made her feel like if you don't have it's almost like one of those things where if you have a teacher that tries to tell you something you've obviously heard, it's obvious the teachers had to deal with it before. That kind of a feeling from that statement.
Yeah, I was wondering.
Yeah. Obviously she's had to try to explain that all this stuff to a person beforehand, and is like being extremely nurturing in that regard to try to make sure that you are actually okay on the helm.
Okay.
That's pretty much it. Frar, for your part, as we kind of get a little bit closer to the nighttime, you see Jeddah go below. After you've now absolutely annihilated a bucket of stew, of humanoid stew,
Just gotta get my proteins.
There you go. Can I get you to roll perception check so you can keep an eye on what's going on around here?
Oh dear, that's a mistake.
That checks. You know
Oh.
what? I also need to get you just to see if something happens. I usually am the one who rolls it behind the screen. I'm not going to do that this time. I'm going to go and say, why don't we get you to roll just a general D20 for me? Okay. 17. Let me look this up. Give me just a few moments here, folks.
Are there still bodies on the ship?
No, by this point in time, Bob and Putter will have knocked them off the ship.
Oh, okay.
Let's see here.
I'm gonna retrieve my net also.
Yeah, of course,
Keep it on
absolutely.
me.
Sorry.
That's all right. Okay. Let's see here.
Just gonna test roll this. What the? Oh, this is a dexterity thing.
Okay.
Oh, did we? Maybe we have a spammer.
Let's see here. That one and this one. Okay. Let's see here. Let's try this on for size then. I got some dice to roll. Love the sound of dice. Okay. Okay, so, yeah. Okay, so as you kind of get a little bit closer to the time when the sun kind of gets setting down, what you don't see is a lot with a 5. But you do kind of get the sense, mostly because you get the sense that Sarah had kind of did a course correction, and the shoreline is getting a little bit closer to you. But that's pretty much it. Partly because your stomach is churning a lot. Sure, it smelled great, tasted okay, but the insides are not necessarily 100% agreeing with everything.
I don't feel too good. Do I feel like puking?
It's not a puking thing. No, it got a little bit further in the digestive tract than that.
Oh, okay. Oh dear. It's a good thing I have a bucket.
But you guys get to the evening without too much hassle, and the ship has been just clipping along quite nicely. After about another 4 hours, maybe a little bit more than 4 hours, the sun is definitely on the horizon, and Sarah is now actually kind of holding onto the helm and sort of pulling on some lines and leads to try to get the sails to fold in a little bit. She's able to just kind of get them to eventually just drop. So she drops the sail, and then shouts out to you, Frar, will say, and say, Frar, right?
Yes.
Frar, would you mind making sure that anchor's tied on and then just toss it over?
You want me to what?
Do you know what an anchor is?
No.
Okay. Where's that furry fella?
No, just point it to for me.
Oh, okay. At the bow of the ship, at the very front, you'll see this weird looking
Here?
T thing. There's
This
a rope
one?
on it. Yeah, that's the one. There's a rope on it. Make sure it's still tied to the mooring of the ship. And then, if it is, make it like good and strong, toss it overboard.
In
Meanwhile,
here.
we're way past where we should
Well, not
go.
the rope, just the T metal thing.
Okay. Then I tie the rope on wherever they wanted me to tie it.
Yeah, it's actually tied to the mooring already.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna try and lift this anchor with one hand.
Okay, give you a strength check.
Athletics.
Athletics, totally.
Come on, athletics. Yes.
Nice.
Then I
24.
just toss it like a can,
What am I
like
seeing,
this.
Bob?
Oh wait, I'm missing out. I gotta check this out. Oh.
My
Okay.
my Rick Sanchez kept just bought
Oh, you better
for
do the
my
burping.
roleplay.
You
Are
better
you
do the
streaming?
burping thing.
Are you
I am
streaming that game, by the way?
no, Marty, we're not streaming it. No.
Oh, that would be
Marty.
brilliant. Anyway, okay, so you throw the anchor overboard, and the rope kind of lets loose, and you realize that if you don't step out of it, then the rope's going to tie you up a little bit by accident too. So you step out of the way a little bit, and then it just kind of runs slack for a few moments, and then eventually kind of tightens up, and uh, the ship kind of lurches a little bit up. And so, Bob, wherever you are on the ship, you can definitely feel you have to catch your feet just a little bit. Okay, that'll work, and that will have also broke Jetta out of her trance too. That's a good save. That's good enough. You feel it.
think I'm getting a little bit sea legs now.
Where is Bob actually?
Below.
Oh, below.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
below decks. So Jetta, you can now come back up, and Sarah's gonna say to you. So when I say creepy, what I mean is if you're the only one above, the night has some interesting sounds. So spend the first little bit of time getting used to the sounds, and then if you hear anything unusual, it usually means something. Just ring the bell. And she kind of gestures to this rope that's kind of tied to the back of the helm, or to the back of the helm. So, and you follow the rope, you can see that it's actually going down into the cargo hold area, through the cargo hold area, and didn't even notice that there was a bell somewhere before, but apparently there is one.
Slightly ominous, but yeah, I think I can do that.
It's just the bay. There's always something in the bay. That's all. That's kind of why we hired you guys.
Okay.
And so at about this point in time, Frar and Bob, if you guys would be, this would be around the time you guys would do your long rest. But if there's anything you guys would want to do before your long rest, now's the time to do it.
That means I regain all my stuff, right?
That will be after you wake up. Yes.
Okay. Nothing in mind that I want to do.
Okay. For Bob, you're muted, but
After dawn, I of course will go up deck to watch the stars, get a feeling of where I am, and try to read the stars of what my future will hold.
okie doke.
And
But
just before dawn, because since I just still have spells, I will. Oh, no, it's only 30 minutes. No, never mind. I will just try to connect again with the stars. Yada yada yada.
Right now or in the morning?
No, at night.
Okay, at night. We're doing it right now. Okay, good deal then. This is your augury spell, right?
Yeah, I was about to say, and I will cast it, but it's augury just gives an insight for the next 30 minutes, so it's not as if I can know what the morning brings or tomorrow brings.
I see.
So I will just be connecting and reading the stars and little bit of how do you call it again? Astrology, astrology.
Well, and as
That's wrong.
the sun kind of sets, you are noticing fairly quickly and immediately that the temperature is changing quite a bit as well. It's dropping very quickly, and as it drops, as it's dropping, you kind of you're looking to the stars, and you're starting to see that fewer of them are able to be seen, as cloud cover starts to kind of slide up over top of you guys a little bit.
Seems like rain is coming. Better go below deck. I will go into my hammock. I will also go to bed.
All right. Then that brings us to Jetta's perception check for the night watch.
Nah. Let's see here. 17.
17. Um, you guys are set up relatively close to shore. Like if you, it would be very easy to raft to shore if you guys needed to, and there are rafts on this ship, so you can easily, if you ever had to abandon ship, and you would be able to do so with the rafts, so long as the rafts, were untied and then let go. Um, what you're hearing and as following Sarah's instructions for the first while is just general creak as it kind of as the ship moves back and forth, but also kind of does this weird spin in one spot from time to time as you sense that the currents are kind of shifting, the wind is pushing on the side of the boat. The boat's not going anywhere, but it's definitely like it's staying in one spot. It's just not staying in the exact same orientation all night long. But you hear that lovely creaking sound. Every once in a while, you'll hear a little hum, and you'll like, what the hell is that hum? Kind of start looking around the boat and leaning to one side, and that's when you'll realize one of the mooring lines is actually humming through the wind that is now picking up around you. The sky is definitely making the temperature drop with this new cloud cover that's coming in, and about 3 or 4 hours, you start to smell the mist of the air become a little bit wetter and actually forming droplets on your skin. And then eventually, it starts in on a full rain. What are you going to do to try to protect yourself in that full rain?
Um, I'll just. I'll put my like cloak over my head, and then if there's anything I can use as cover.
Okay. And there's a few things that you can use. In fact, the sail is down, and so you could potentially just as easily kind of curl up beside the sail if you needed to, or pull a chunk of the sail out and just put it up over. And it's thick, but it definitely would protect you a little bit from the elements from time to time. The problem
Yeah.
is the boat kind of shifts, and as the boat shifts, the direction of the rain means that you have to shift to make sure that it is. So you spend the entire time getting through the shiftingness. Bob and Frar, for your parts, and Putter will be down below decks too. For your part, it while you're sleeping, it doesn't seem to be bothering you too much because the ship has just recently been repaired in Roru. Nothing's leaking down below. You do hear some things coming through the cargo hold, but it's not coming into your bed chambers by any stretch, so it's going to be a comfortable sleep for the most part. Um, Jet is going to be very cold and very wet by the time you guys get up in the morning, though. And you do. Eventually, the morning comes. Um, Thankfully, because maybe something about the rain prevented too much activity from happening to you while you're there. Thank you to to a nice dice roll as well. Um, you do see lightning off to what would be the south and eventually into the southeast, more inland from time to time, and it's just a low rumble because of the distance from it. So you're not worried about it getting too close to you guys, but it's still pretty wet when everybody wakes up. So, Bob, Frar, you guys now have your long rest in, and you guys can make your way.
In the morning, I want to prepare a different spell.
Sure.
I will keep everything the same except augury because I just prepared that to use that morning. So for now, I will keep my stardust into my necklace. I don't have much of it, so I cannot refill it if I'm not home.
Right.
But I will swap it for absorb elements
Oh,
if
nice.
that
Okay.
ever may be coming in use.
Sounds good. And so the
In
first
case
one
I
to.
ever
Oh, sorry. Go
come in
ahead.
trouble. No, I was saying in case I come into trouble.
Gotcha. Okay. So, the first one up to meet you, Jetta, in the morning is Bayron, and he'll come up to you. Oh, you better get below. Do you have a change?
Um, no, but that's okay.
Ooh. All right. Well, I'll take over. You get below and you get dry as best as you can.
Yeah. Catch you later, dude.
All right, thanks. And he just kind of takes the helm, and he takes immediately right off the top. He grabs the inside spokes of the helm, and he's holding it there. And you remember one of the lessons Sarah said is don't do that. If the rudder, if the wind or the rudder takes the helm away from you, it's going to cut off your hand. But that's what he does, and he just stands there.
Hey, Bayron.
Yeah.
You probably shouldn't put your hand right there if you want to keep it.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Just
yeah,
looking
yeah.
out for you.
And he just does not look like he's in the right spot. He does not look like he belongs there at all. There's a reason why I do the sales, and she does the other sales.
I'm gonna get Jenna's gonna get like changed and dried off as quickly as possible and come back up to make sure he doesn't do anything stupid.
Well, and by the time you get back up there, Sarah will have already been there. Bob and Frar. So, Bob, are you doing augury after all, or are you going to save it then?
No. I swapped it with absorb elements, so I
Right. Yeah.
cannot.
Okay.
I don't have it prepared anymore.
Okay. That's what I just wanted to make sure that I heard that right. So, okay, cool. All right. So, um, after everybody's kind of settled back up, and the rain is there though, and so when you guys open up to get up above decks, um, it is definitely raining. It's not raining hard anymore. It was the hardest rain was probably uh, what would have been the equivalent of 3 a.m. in the morning. But now it's much lighter. It's just a drizzle, but it doesn't seem completely miserable to you. Jeddah, on the other hand, definitely miserable. But everybody else, this is a nice light rain.
Boom.
I'll keep spamming Sacred Flame and just being like,
Nice.
even though it's not really gonna help.
Hang on. I'm gonna get you. It'll help a little bit. Radiant damage will still help with a little bit of evaporation. Um, it certainly warms you up. It'll certainly warm you up a little bit. So, and you get this little curl inside your ear saying, "You know what you could do? You could see if there's anything that they've got that might help."
Like, set everything on fire?
Well, that would be not good on a ship that's all made of wood, my dear. But maybe
That'd be
they're
fun.
merchants, aren't they? Maybe
True.
they have textiles. Certainly something a little bit more, or perhaps that rich fellow with you. You haven't had a chance to do much with him yet.
Intriguing.
Just looking out for you, my lover. He just kind of disappears. So you guys get to the above decks, and Sarah's gonna say, Frar,
Yes.
still feeling tough?
Why?
I need that anchor pulled back up now."
Okay. Then I pull up by the rope.
Let's give me that athletics check.
Come on, athletic checks.
Yeah, it's a little bit slipperier. The rope is obviously wet, and a little bit of seaweed or algae has actually developed on it, so it slips from time to time. But you're still able to relatively comfortably pull that anchor all the way up. You just heave
Do
it
you
up
have
and
another
slam
one
it on
of
the deck.
these?
Much easier with you doing that. Thank you. And
Do
immediately as you do that, she starts whipping the sails up to you.
Do you have another one of these?
Of which now? The anchors?
The anchor, yes.
No, we just have the one. Why would we need another one?
It's for myself.
Oh, like for working out?
No, for impaling.
Oh. She kind of
I
just looks at you.
fantasize.
I guess when we're in Claymouth, you could probably. I've never heard of somebody fighting with an anchor before.
Well, that is exactly why I want to do it.
That was the DM laughing. Sarah, not so much. Sarah's like, okay. And just starts pulling the helm. The ship is actually kind of askew a little bit, so she's trying to redirect it a little bit. And you guys get yourselves moving forward back
Um,
towards Claymouth again.
B- uh, Bob comes out in the morning, and as every morning he comes out with some fresh bakery. This time I have a little cake for you, Fra, and also for you, Jeddah. Here you go.
A
I made it
little
this morning
cake.
fresh,
Well,
and
thank you very much.
you can only eat it fresh, so don't eat it like in the next 8 hours, and you'll feel
Yeah.
refreshed.
And it didn't come from the ship bucket, right?
No, it's from my own
Okay.
personal stash.
Just
A
making
little
sure.
too small for my size, but
And as you as you don't eat it right away. Oh,
wait,
just save it when you need it.
but I'm
Gives you
hungry.
temporary hit points. Okay, then if you ate it, you now have temporary hit points. Plus two. It doesn't say for how long, by the way. I don't know.
Two?
You're
Okay.
okay. So hang on. You gain proficiency. Blah, 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 you already have that. You prepare enough food to eat. The end of the
Yeah, that's like
Um,
that's like Song of Rest, the first part.
right. Yeah. So 1 hour. You can cook a number of treats. These special treats last 8 hours after being made. A creature can use a bonus action to eat one of these to gain temporary hit points equal to your proficiency. So what's your proficiency
Yeah.
bonus?
Yeah, two. But for how long?
8 hours.
All right. Okay, for the next day. So for today, you feel
If
Yeah.
it means
ready,
anything,
dandy.
if it
Plus
means
2
anything,
HP.
it was delicious.
Yeah, it's like a Cinnabon.
Can you put meat in these?
I can do tomorrow. Yes. Here you go.
Yes. I could use a meat dumpling.
If they have meat on board, at least.
Barons,
Is there not more of that stuff I gave you?
I don't know what you. I was cooking. What did you do with the corpses?
I
Thunder would
didn't
have
touch
kicked them
them.
overboard.
I
We're
think
out.
they're with the sea now.
I think we're all out. You drank it all in one go.
Yes. It did not sit well in my stomach.
How do? Okay, so just because I can, and I'm curious with this particular side of the role play of things. When you have to relieve yourselves, what do you guys do?
I'm constipated. No.
Bob just stands at the end of the deck and just goes overboard.
I use the bucket and then I toss the bucket overboard
Okay,
because I don't want to touch shit.
Jeddah.
It depends on if anyone makes her mad.
Secretly poops at night.
Oh, fair. So, let's
It's
work
a
on the
mystery.
presumption that you currently are a little bit ornery because you've been standing in the rain all night. Where are you gonna do your duty?
Do your dirty.
Probably
Weird
like
question to ask a woman.
in, probably like in someone's
Only in
pillowcase or
D&D.
something.
Oh, marvelous. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Okay, I'm gonna remember that then. All right, so,
Next.
all right, so you guys, the ship starts moving forward again. No problems.
So, Sarah, is there? I see a town over there on the East Bay.
Oh, that one, not much of a town. It's just their windmill. Faymon's about 3 hours further up. We made
Oh.
really good time yesterday.
Are
Are
we
you looking to
making?
get in there?
Are we making a stop there, or are we gonna keep going?
Oh no, I was planning on just making a stop just past it. There's a little bit of a cove that I can get the ship in pretty comfortably.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I can get some. Maybe there's a market. Can buy some ingredients and some meat for my friend.
Oh, definitely you would be able to do that. It's not a big town, but yeah, you could do that for sure. And so
But how are they? Have you been there before, or?
I don't usually go in myself. I stay with the ship. Dad goes in.
All right. But do they? Oh, all right.
I mean, you
I
can
don't
ask
know. I
Dad.
don't know. Um, Hey, Dad.
Right. Yes. Just
Do you
giggling
think?
mostly.
Do you think I can go in looking like this, or do I need like a disguise?
Oh no, you'll be fine there. You'll be. You're pretty close. We're starting to get pretty close to Claymouth. You'll see all sorts.
I see. All right. Very well.
I mean, you won't see his kind, and he points to Frar. That would be unusual.
My kind.
Your kind, yeah,
What do you mean
monster
by
kind,
that? Monster?
monster kind. Yeah,
I
yeah.
am no monster. I am a warrior.
Well,
Well, my
I'm gonna get you to do me a favor. Can you roll me a intimidation check? Accidental intimidation check. To be clear about
Ooh.
this. Okay. He's okay. That
I'm
might be.
well, my magic does not work on him to be honest. But maybe like we could put like a head on him.
It looks to you first. You have to understand. Most of the people here, they don't look at at orcs kindly. And
Fine.
yeah, you probably
Then
are a strong warrior. If you
Well,
get too
last
close to
time
the Mystic Mother, she's going to look at you pretty strangely. Probably kill
fine.
you first.
Then this is what I will do. And I will keep my helmet on.
Oh yeah, and I got to fix that token. Just I don't know that's actually going to make it any better.
It
As
will.
you as you put your helmet on, and because of the nature of how your helmet sits on your face, it actually makes you look even more fierce. Kind of turns it makes it so that your eyes look like they're furrowing and frowning all the time. And it's like, yeah, that's not going to make them relax at all. Uh, I I think you
Hmm.
have higher luck of putting an apple on your nose and maybe making people laugh.
Are you making a joke? Am I laughing?
No, I've been told many times by my daughter I'm not funny.
Do you have any
No, you're
paints on them?
insulting.
Oh, you went muted on me.
Hmm?
Yeah, I lost Dick there. I can't. You went.
Oh no, that's fine. Go on.
Yeah, you're silent. Am I? Is it me? Can you guys hear
I'm
me?
silent. Testing, testing.
in here.
I can't hear any of you guys now. What happened now? Hold the phone. Fuck. Okay, fine.
Your,
Hang on a second. I'm
your
gonna
headphone
try.
battery.
That is so
What
weird.
about
My whole system
what
just
about you two?
decided
Can
that's
you
not
hear
gonna
me?
hear things. So just give me a
Yeah,
second,
yeah,
guys.
we
I'm
can
gonna
hear.
refresh my world.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Boo earns.
And he's gone.
Wasn't it just his
Refresh.
headset?
Nope, he's
Headset
gone.
maybe? Yeah.
God has left us.
Can you guys hear me? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay. Well, I can't hear anything from you guys at all though.
Oh. So you can't hear me say this right now.
I don't know why my computer just decided to say no, not anymore. So just give me a little bit, and I'll get this solved here, guys.
What if I start screaming at you? Would you hear
There's,
that?
yeah, you guys are discording me, and you guys are nice people for that. Okay, I'll be right back.
I wonder if he just like switched the mute or something.
Who knows?
Because I've done that before.
Have to. I will take the opportunity to quickly grab a drink. So be right back, people. See you in a minute.
We can hear you.
I don't know what that was. It gave me no warning. Didn't say anything. Whatever. Okay, we're good, guys. Thank you very much. Okay, so where did we leave off? I lost it. Technology.
And Sky is gone.
And Sky's gone. Right. Okay. So, if I recall correctly, you guys were talking about potentially getting into Feymont, and so we'll just carry on. Normally, if going forward, after about 4 hours, well, a couple hours later, the rain is now completely dissipated, and the sun is starting to peek through the clouds a little bit again. You still got a good solid breeze coming from the south, so it's still a little bit of a chill, particularly because many of you guys will have gotten a little bit wet from the sun from the rain. But you guys can get yourselves back to dryness, excuse me, relatively quickly. And after a couple Jetta, um, Sarah is going to actually spend a little bit of time talking to you about how the lines are working for the sails and how why she's pulling the sail to one direction. This wind, you can kind of feel it. She's teaching you how to sense the wind, even though it can sometimes be a bit swirly, kind of get a good solid general direction out of it. Not using your finger, but instead using your hair. It's something that she seems to be really adept at, is detecting where things are by noticing what's going on with her hair. And so she kind of is talking a little bit about how you can sense it mostly actually on the little hairs on the side of your neck that tend to be the way that you can tell which way the wind's going. So you are kind of getting used to this idea. This wind has been coming from the southwest, and so she's been capturing the wind with in the sail directly from the southwest and steering a little bit to the northwest to try to kind of compensate for that. But she's now actually starting to turn the helm a little bit more towards the shore. So you kind of look out to see where she's turning towards, and you do see just a little lower cove that she's kind of making her way towards. And as she gets a little bit closer, she says, Frar, we're gonna need that anchor out again. Tie it up a bunch more knots though, because we don't want as much rope this time."
Fine.
We arrived at.
And I do so.
Yes, you are arriving
Feymont?
at the cove. You're not in Feymont. There's no town here. It's just a small little cove on the shore. I'm going to get Bob and it isn't my headset. No, it wasn't my headset. Bob and Jetta, because you guys would be the ones who would be most likely to be paying attention. I'm going to get you guys a chance to roll perception check as you guys are starting to make your way to the cove here, and either do one with advantage or one with advantage or one each. Jetta, you're paying too much attention to the sail and to the helm to see kind of what's going on. Bob,
13.
looking over towards the shore, just as you guys are as you feel the ship kind of start to veer a little bit to the right, you look out towards the shore, and you're pretty certain at about water level you see a few humanoids just on a small outcropping of rock, a little bit of a distance away from where it looks like you're going.
Sarah, I think I see some people over there.
And so she
They're
starts
supposed to meet you.
Here, Jenna, take the helm, and she'll just go over to the edge. And
Okay.
no, they're not here to. That's kind of a weird spot. Can't catch fish there.
Should we shoot him?
Well, that's
Oh.
your call.
Don't
They're
kill
not
everybody
bothering-
right away.
They're not bothering us right now, but that's kind of a weird spot. What are they? And she did not roll better than either of you guys did. So,
Is this where we go ashore?
yeah, right there. They're not. I don't know. I don't think they're human.
Should we not stop here?
No. We can stop here. We just might need you guys to keep your eyes open. That's all. Or maybe just check it out. Whatever you want to do.
And how
Yeah.
far are we from Fairmount?
Feymond, it's about an hour's walk in.
All right.
At least that's how long it takes Dad to get there. And she'll take over the helm again and kind of steer you guys in. All right, Frar, throw it over.
And I toss it over.
And as you toss it over, she immediately yanks on a different line and kind of pulls the sail in a different direction. You can see the sails that were billowing are now kind of flop in and then billow a different way. And she yanks the helm, and you can actually feel it. It's almost like the whole ship is fishtailing, and to the point where, and you're real close to the ground, and eventually gets it to the point where the ship is almost broadside to the wind, and it manages to just kind of sit there. And for Bob, for your sake, roll me a Constitution saving throw, because that was a maneuver. Oh, I'm sorry, fella. And I'm sorry, Bob. I forgot to warn you.
Oh, my Amelia. Can we go on land now, please?
Yeah. And
Just
Bayron's
spin
already
11
over.
times. Worked last time.
And I twirl a few times and throw up again. Oh, I don't think it's working. Sorry.
Bob, come on over. Help me get this raft off. This is Bayron now. Untying a raft and can set it down.
I help him to throw the boat into the water.
Sure. Is anybody else going in, or are you guys gonna go just hang out here? And Sarah's like, I don't know, Dad. They might check something out.
I'm
Yeah,
just gonna
I'll
do
go.
groceries. So just to get the clear picture now, we are like parked into the cove.
You're parked into a cove, sort of. You'll have to
Along the
raft to
coast?
get to the ground, to
And
get
and,
aground.
and how far away are these individuals you were talking about?
They're around. You're gonna say around 120 feet around the rocks. So they're now out of view at this point in time.
And is it they're just doing their own thing, or are they lurking at us, or
You
what are they
couldn't
doing?
tell from where you were.
But now we're closer, right?
You're pretty close now. Yeah.
Can
you
I
get
roll
to
a new? Because they told me to keep an eye on them, so can I
Yeah,
roll
you
again?
can. So as you got a little bit closer, you would have been able to.
Ah,
Yeah, now, as you get a bit
I have
closer, though,
no clue.
with an app. Actually, you know what, Jetta, you're closer too, so you'll be able to. Because now somebody's pointed out, you could roll too.
Okay.
I don't.
I
think
can
Fra
see
would care.
them. Oh yeah.
really
Well,
can see
I mean, I can see them looking at them, right?
15.
Oh yeah, totally.
But it's
50.
is it like hauling distance, or can we yell at them, or do they hear?
Oh yeah, you could definitely yell at them.
Hello, yoo-hoo!
And as they turn to look, and
I'm
Jetta,
Bob.
you do now recognize them. Immediately, they're the same creatures as you had to battle, same kind of creatures as you had to battle the day before. And they have one of them they're looking at something on the ground before they turn to respond to Bob. One of them's got a net out, and the other, about 4 or 5 of them, have had spears trained on something on the ground, and then they turn to look at you like, ah!
Your breakfast is here. Fra,
What?
God
your
damn it.
hamburgers are running there.
Is he like talking about the guys in the distance?
The same seaweed guys as before.
No. You want me to take care of them? Too late, I'm already going.
We're still on the boat, right? So you jump in the water, or?
Yeah, you just
I'm,
gonna
I'm,
jump
because
right
I'm
in the
swimming
water,
over.
All right, let's do it. We're gonna, and then you know what? With the raft already out and you just swimming right on over, Bob, you can raft over with, if you want. Bayron's now hearing
I'm not
this is
swimming.
happening.
I don't like water.
Bayron's now lowered the ship or the raft with your help down. Are you going there first?
Wait for us. Slow down.
Putter's
This
gonna
one's
jump in the raft
mine.
with you two.
Oh, help.
Actually, you know what? Putter's gonna stay on the ship. Putter's gonna
Oh,
make sure that nothing comes on the ship.
Come on, Cheddar. Quickly.
All right, let's do this.
This is a race.
Yeah.
Jump onto the boat.
Alrighty, let's see. First of all, let me see what I can do about getting this token fixed, because that's gonna bug all of us if I don't get that dealt with right quick here. Where is that token? Because I know I got the new one for you.
I never wrote before. How does this work?
Oh yeah, oh yeah, that's right too. Okay, so then
Do we
me a
just pull this
favor.
one and just one, and we're going like in the circle?
Jetta and Bob, I want you guys to both roll for me. Oh, let's go with. Actually, one of you roll an athletics check. The other one roll a survival check.
No, so I'll do the
Hmm.
athletics. I'm rolling so low today.
Okay, I
Come
have
on, Bob.
survival.
You can do better than this.
22.
I
Ah,
have
nice.
survival. Why don't I have it on here?
So basically, you're showing me like, oh, this way.
Yeah.
Yes, I say, oh, right, yeah, I now I understand. Same.
You're going the wrong way, Bob.
And pull, not push. Pull, not push.
So it's gonna take a little bit longer for you guys to actually get where you're wanting to be. See, I got the token. It's right there.
So, Jeddah, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Why
What's
do
up?
you have to always row backwards? Like a
Um,
bantha. Like a bantha.
Like a bat.
That's a Mandalorian. Oh, no, it's not from him. It's one from Boba Fett. Why do you always have to row backwards? I cannot even see where I'm going.
Well, I think it's just channeling the nature of like a fish. Don't sharks swim backwards?
Do they? I've never seen a shark before.
Yeah, they just back fin the whole way.
Alrighty.
Didn't
Let's see
know
here.
that.
No. I'm full of shit.
I fully
And
believe
you
you,
have
probably.
dark vision.
I don't know.
Okay. Yeah. You think she's full of shit. So and there, this will be your new token now. Frar. Remove that old token and use the selected token. Is it doing it? I'm making it think too hard. There it is. Got it. Okay, cool. So there's that. And then we're gonna bring Bob and Jetta out onto a raft. You're not there yet. Okay. And okay, so Frar, as you start
Yes.
making your way up, and actually, I need you to roll for me a survival or no athletics check for me as well, please. I want to see how good you
Ooh.
are at swimming, and do you actually get yourself there first? Yeah, you do. Yeah.
Hell
you know,
yeah.
You've had to do this before. You know exactly what to do. You've got your helmet on already, and you're just powering through the water. About. Do you just power all the way through, or do you pause at any point just to kind of, get your bearings and such?
No, I power my way through. Go in one direction towards the shore. Or
All
shore,
right.
right?
It's towards out part of the shore. It's not the same cove that you guys are going to, but it is towards shore after a fashion.
All right.
And so you're gonna get. So I'm gonna get you to roll initiative, and we're gonna see how things go right now.
Oops.
I'm gonna pull
I
up my.
accidentally rolled before clicking.
Okay, we'll take the first roll.
Wait for me. A 3.
Yeah, you're gonna still be around away because you're in a raft.
Going in circles.
We're on a
Yeah.
boat.
Okay, let's see here. Let's get my lovely little pop-up windows in the right spots here. Huzzah. And that one there. Do-do-do. Do-do-do. And do-do-do. Okay. Now, did I get you in here? I don't have you in there yet, Frar. Where are you? Where's your roll? Right there. Okay, so let's add you in. Frar. Add. And you were a 12. So is Jetta. Jetta, what's your dex score, Jetta? I can't hear you.
Oh, I'm muted.
Uh,
It's a +3.
+3. What's your mod, Frar, for dex?
1.
Okay, so it's gonna be Jetta first then. I'll just do the one person. That will do the trick. Yeah, so as you power straight in, you land, you kind of get right in place with them before, and one of them gets a chance to get a smack on you with a trident. Let's get you to see the things. Huzzah. Did that take you guys there? It did not take me there.
Me here.
Why did it not take me there? Oh, because I need to be looking at this as if I'm a player. That's why. There we go. And
I really am close.
You're right in there. Yeah, you got right in there. And when I said, "Are you going all the way in?" There we go. Alrighty then. So
And I
let's get this.
pull out my shield and flail.
All right. So he's gonna try and go for it. He's doing it two-handed.
It does not hit. I deflect it.
Nice. All right. That's gonna be now. Jetta, you're not in here yet because you're still on a raft, a bit of a distance away. Frar, you can retaliate.
All right. I step up to him, and I swing my flail.
You swing the flail.
Oh!
Oh!
Also, I get to roll another damage die because of savage attacks. This one. When you score critical with it, you can make one of the weapons roll dice one additional time. All right. And also, I'd like to use where is it?
Okay,
Pushing attack.
Okay, so hang tight. So we have 6. One of the dice you get to roll dice one additional time? So it's a 6 doubled, or no, that 6 is doubled, and that one is also doubled. So it's going to be a 6 plus a 6 plus a 3 for your damage. Right?
You can add that in your flail as well. If you put in that the crit is a 2d.
Oh my gosh.
2d8 instead of a 1d8, then it automatically rolls the extra d8.
Wait, what do you mean?
If you go to the settings of the flail,
Yeah.
like click the cogwheel,
Okay.
and then it says crit, and it says 1d8, and put there 2d8. So then when it crits, it already crits the 2d8.
That's
Okay,
the roll 20.
So you don't have to roll it again.
Oh,
Okay.
that's convenient.
So I've got. Hang on, I gotta figure out what all these are. So that 1d8 is. What's the 1d8 on that savage attack thing? You can roll one of the weapons.
An extra damage die.
Okay. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Okay, I think what we're actually supposed to do here, we've got the 6 plus 3 from your original one. We only needed one additional d8, and so that would have been the 6. However, you can expend once period to damage roll. You add superior
that's
dice.
6. Yeah.
So that So with that, oh my gosh, forget it.
Yeah, it should be 15, 18 damage.
Yeah, that's plenty good enough. There's so much damage that just happened there. So you, and this is with your flail, you pull out the flail and just beat him in the chest. And you could feel the body cave in underneath the power of it. Actually, it's not supposed to feel it. You see it because it's a flail. But it blows the body back into the next person behind him, who's able to keep their footing. But just the body gets launched away.
But Windy, you skipped Jetta. But what's the range? Because we have both range spells. So couldn't we have just cast something from the boat?
That's a good point. Right now, you guys are probably about 60 feet away.
Yeah, okay.
So
if you want,
Jetta should have still gotten the turn, I think.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I totally forgot about that. So Jetta, what do you want to do?
Before that, I just want to say, can I use the pushing attack to launch him at this guy and push him off the tree?
You tried that. I rolled for him. His dex save was really, really good.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Yeah. So Jetta, you're up.
So, luckily both my sacred flame and my spiritual weapon are exactly 60 feet, so it's perfect.
You guys basically share the same spot on the initiative, so this just means that it takes a split second for your stuff to hit before Farrar goes for things. So go ahead and attack who you want to attack.
Okay,
I'd say you are 60 feet probably away from this guy here.
Okay.
and this guy here. This other guy here would probably just be slightly out of range, and so would this guy.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll do
Okay.
the one closest to the dead guy.
Sure.
So this is Sacred Flame first.
Oh, I
so
have to
it's
do
a
something then.
Dex
I have-
save.
All right, let's get this deck
2
save
radiant
going.
damage.
A 9 does not save. He takes his 2 radiant damage like
Yeah.
a boss, though. So
Pew pew. and
yeah, it's
then
a little glow that happens on one of his barnacles and just kind of singes it off.
nice. And then I'm gonna bring the sushi roll back.
That's what's the range on sushi roll for conjuring it?
60 feet.
Oh my gosh, sushi. I had a sushi roll here. I don't know where it is. I should
You
not have
deleted it.
deleted it. I had no expectation you were gonna bring that back, but I don't know why I didn't expect that. Okay, I got a different sushi roll now. Can I use this one? Do I have this guy? Will it let me do it? I don't think it'll let me do it. No, I don't own that one yet. Okay, let's do sushi roll. There we go. Here it is. It's back.
Nice.
And,
And
is
then
that
I'm
where you're
gonna
putting it to?
smacky. Yep. Smacky with my sushi.
Okay. All right, and some mucky. Smackies for sure. Go ahead and roll that damage.
Okay. Nice. 8 force damage.
Very nice. Just that'll actually knock him. Maybe knock him off. Oh no, it doesn't knock him off. He keeps his footing. That's pretty good. Okay, so yeah, an extra 8 points of damage. And he just takes him.
I can just imagine a pair of chopsticks like tossing sushi like bullets.
Well, let me do that.
Ow.
I was trying to copy it straight on there. I didn't think it was going to let me do that. I'm totally making your spiritual weapon sushi roll on the map here sooner or later, rather than this strange little icon. Okay, so we got to get... Why is my battle music not playing? Play. There we go.
It's
Now we got
very
it. Okay,
jolly
go.
going, like a la la la.
Yeah, you're just having a fantastic time doing
Tap
this.
dance,
Okay,
tap dancing.
bring
towards
ourselves
the
out
end.
to the next person in our initiative, who has a net out already, and so is going to throw it at you, Frar. Please? Oh my gods!
I
2 8. Oh
shot
my!
the net.
Jeez, man. All right, he is. Yeah, he takes it. Seeing you just kind of flip it off, he's like, and takes a step off of what you now see he was standing
Actually,
on, which seems to be
can I grab
some
it?
sort of... Yeah, you can grab it for sure. Go ahead and roll a dexterity saving throw. Or yeah, no, let's
Sleight of
do a
hand?
general dex check.
Dex.
Yeah, you totally grab it. You
Oh,
totally grab it.
sweet.
Grab
Then
it.
I would like to use my riposte skill and toss it back at him. Oh, it doesn't hit, I'm guessing.
That is brilliant, though. Do it with advantage.
Oh,
Because
but
he's
it's
not
an
expecting
11.
it. Oh yeah, I guess it is.
So-
So 11. Even so, it doesn't quite do the trick. But that was brilliant. So you toss the net back at. He's gonna try and catch it back too. You guys are playing catch with a net right now. So you whip it around. He catches it back. He's like,
Right back at you.
and now this is when he kind of takes a step back. You notice that he's standing on what seems to be some sort of a large iron kind of wheel of some sort that seems to be connected to a door. And that's where his turn is done. Bob, you're ranged away. You're about 60 feet away. What do you want to do?
My body will start to shine. It's certain joints on my body making the constellation of the Archer as an luminous arrow appears above my head. which I will be able to shoot next time. I think.
Okie doke.
Let me just post it as I take on my starry form. And then I say, wait for us, leave one for me, and I push out my, let go of the how do you call it in English?
The
The
oars?
thing I'm rowing with.
Yes.
Yeah, the oars, yeah. And shoot a guiding bolt.
Guiding bolt. Bring it on.
At,
No, that's a saving throw for me, isn't it?
at the most furthest away.
Okay, that would be this guy here then, from where you currently are.
And let's see. Pew pew. Ah!
Oh, that one.
A 1.
Okay.
What a
Yeah,
waste of a spell.
So after your wonderful luminous arrow comes up, you look out and you try to shoot out that guiding bolt. A wave hits the raft just a little bit, and just kind of lifts your arm up a little bit out of good aim, and still haven't quite got your sea legs yet. Back to the top of the initiative, the one that kind of is getting sushi rolled right now, is going to look at the sushi roll and like, "Duh," and then start immediately kind of looking at it, and then turn his gaze towards Frar and make an attack. No, he's not going to leave there. He's going to stay right there. He's not going to make an attack. But the other two are going to move around like this and like this. And nope, they're actually all going to come up. They're all going to come up. That's what they're going to do. And now they're all going to attack. So there's going to be a whole bunch of trident attacks coming at you, Frar.
Oh dear. It
Don't
doesn't
worry,
hit.
it's me rolling, so don't worry. Okay. There's my nat 20 I was looking for. All right. This is gonna hurt, just so you know. Okay. And that second one, yeah, that last one's not gonna hit. So okay, so here's my nat 20. So this is a roll.
You can just press attack, right?
I can, however, I've got other things that make it so I shouldn't do that.
Alright.
So I'm going to do one. Let's do this. I wonder if it'll actually do this one.
I'm gonna get a long Excel function.
21 points of damage on that as you dodge one, dodge another, but you end up kind of moving directly into. I'm gonna move that dice there. Nope, there we go. Moving directly into another trident. It's a D8. It was 2D6 because they have a special thing, and all of the damage dice are doubled, and then the one extra modifier that they have to it. So luckily on the one of those D6 they rolled a 1 for you, but 21 points of damage as one just kind of sticks into your belly, just under the rib cage, and pierces through you.
21 damage total, right?
21 damage total. Yeah.
How do I do this again? 38 minus 21. Oops,
If you click on your token,
yeah, I'm trying to do that one.
and then
There we go.
you can just do minus.
Yeah, got it.
Got it. Good deal. Jeddah, you are now, the boat is now kind of, neither one of you guys are oaring, or are,
I was oaring for my speed. On my turn, I used the oars.
Okay, so difficult terrain then, so it would have been about 15 feet, so all of these guys are now going to be in your range, so you're now 45 feet away from them.
Okay. Let's see here. So I will. Should I be a good cleric or a bad cleric? I'm gonna be a bad cleric.
You should be a good cleric or a bad cleric.
I'm going to be a bad cleric. So sorry, Frar.
That's not team play. I'll get my revenge. just wait till he asks for my help. I say in character.
Nice. I
an
would
orc,
do
you will get
healing
back up
word,
anyway.
but then my spiritual weapon wouldn't be being used. So, let's see here. I will, seeing Bob guiding bolt, I'll be like, I could do that too. And then I'm going to guiding bolt. Probably this guy. Well, who has the most damage?
The most damage is the one that actually just skewered Frar in the middle.
I'll hit him.
Okay. Go ahead, and this is guiding bolt. Go ahead and roll it. 19.
19?
That's gonna hit.
Okay, cool. And that is level 1, so 17 radiant damage.
Oh yeah, and as you kind of do this weird. You step up on the edge of the raft just to get a little bit of a better angle, and you line it up and you let it loose. And as you let it loose, it just kind of streaks past the nose of the other one in front of him and hits the one that skewered Frar, square in the jaw, knocking the jaw off, and then just burning out from there. He's now definitely down.
Cool. Then I'll yell, I got one! And then I'll smacky smack with my spiritual weapon on
All right.
another one.
Do you care which one, left or right?
Nah, it doesn't matter.
All right, I'm gonna say the one that looked most menacing. Then that would be the one on the left. So
Okay.
here we go. Go to smacky smacky.
But,
That
but
definitely
how,
hits.
how can you do two spells? You can only
Because
do
my
cantrip.
spiritual weapon's already up. It's not
Yes.
another spell.
Yeah, spiritual weapon.
Oh yeah, before. Yeah, sorry, you
Yeah.
already cast it before round. Yeah, I missed it. Sorry, I was
All right,
dozing.
so yeah, that hits. Go ahead. 10
10
points of
force.
force damage. Nice.
The sushi was already served.
That's correct. Pick up some of them gyozas. Okay, so
Pow, pow.
that's gonna end your turn. You're just gonna stay on the raft, or are you gonna try and take over the oars because now they've been dropped? They were dropped so that Bob could do his own guiding bolt.
Yeah, I'll start rowing then.
Okay. Okay, so we'll get you 30 feet to within 30 feet then with that. Frar,
Yes.
it is your turn. And you've got
Yes.
this trident protruding from your belly right now.
Oh God. All right, let me see what I can do. Through sheer power of will, I'm going to use second wind
Okay.
and regain. Roll 1d10 plus 4. Are you serious?
Oh my gosh.
You
All
know
right,
what?
got 5 hit
That's
points
fine.
back.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. And that uses my bonus action, right?
That is your bonus action, yes.
You have limited wealth summon on your turn. You can use bonus action. Okay, yeah. Then I'm going to attack this one over here.
All right, go ahead and roll that attack
Swing
out.
my flail.
Yeah, you hit smacks. Go ahead and roll that. 7. Yeah, that's enough. You kind of get. You have to lift yourself
Ooh.
up over this trident that's protruding you from your skin.
I would
So
like to
little
say
bit-
is that I pull out the trident and I
Okay.
stab it into his mouth.
Oh, then we're gonna change the damage dice then. The damage dice on a trident with the
I
two
have
hands
a
that you just
trident in
demonstrated.
here. Yeah, hold on. I'll do it with two-handed or the one-handed one.
It's the two-handed one.
Two-handed one.
Yeah, it's still yeah, we're still gonna use the 22. 6 points. Yeah, okay. So it's just so you take it, and where do you stab him?
Stab him right into the mouth, and then I would like to lift him up and show it to the other two to intimidate them, like
Both
an,
of the
like,
eight,
like an
both-
impaler action.
both of the 8, by the way.
Both
Oh,
of the
okay,
what?
then it would have been fine. It still would have ended up being the same outcome. So you end up you skewer him in the mouth. One of the prongs of the trident actually goes into an eye socket too, and you lift, and you can hear. Apparently, he needed a chiropractor as his spine realigns as you lift him up. You end up flipping him up over your shoulder and slam him on the ground immediately in front of the other ones. And then you look up at him, and what do you say when you look up at him?
Uh, Kebabs on the menu.
Inspiration. Okay. Um,
Sweet inspiration.
going to the last one here, or to the next one. You threw his net back at him, so he's gonna throw it back at you. He's really interested in restraining you. He's rolling like fuck balls though, so yeah, he tosses the net. Apparently, he looks so much at his friend and is actually now kind of shaking that when he kind of launches it, he's like, I don't know if I actually want to hit him. And
I
then
want to catch the net again.
you can try, go for it.
Hold on.
He's actually trying to get you more around the waist this time. I'm gonna say it was higher than my attack roll, so yeah, definitely. You could catch. You capture it around your waist. You have to be careful of this though. With an 11, you're gonna take a point of damage as this net has a bunch of hooks on it.
How
So
much point of damage?
Just one.
One
As,
point of damage.
as one of the
that's
hooks kind of gets into your hand as you catch it.
fine. All right, and then I want to toss it at him again using riposte.
You can do that too. That's
Oh wait,
you got to roll.
net. There we go.
Damn it, that hits. Okay.
Yeah.
That's that 8 superiority dice. So there you go. You got the full 8 count on that one. And plus 3, so it's 11 points of damage then.
Isn't it 9? Or I'm not sure how the net works.
Well, you make a melee attack. If you hit, you add the superiority die. Right.
Yeah.
So how do you roll a 0?
I don't know. Because it doesn't. I don't think it has like a 1d something. Yeah, it doesn't have
It does.
one.
This one does. It should be a D4. So roll me a
Mine
D4
doesn't
then.
have it.
Yeah. Okay. Roll me a D4.
It's because this one has special hooks.
Yeah. D4. So 3 plus 8, 11 points of damage to and he is also restrained.
Nice. And I'm going to like hop over here, and like.
It's not your turn anymore.
Oh.
That was your
sorry.
reaction, right?
Oh yeah. I forgot about that.
All right, and
My
so
bad.
that's gonna bring us to Bob. It is now your turn.
Another guiding bolt shoots through the sky. This time to the other one that is not netted.
All right.
Here it comes. Take that, you green thing.
If Putter were here, he'd turn to you. And say,
Aye.
we're gonna have to work on your trash talk.
Man, Putter can talk trash, like really
he can
good.
talk trash. Yeah.
Like
Then,
there's so many moments when he brings in the plebeian word. It's just perfect.
So
And I
a
shoot
guy
my-
with an 8, it misses.
And I shoot my luminous arrow
That's right.
through to the other one who's netted. 18.
To the other one that's netted. 18 definitely hits with 9 points of radiant damage. And it would have been with advantage in his case. But they're both the same roll in the end, so yeah. Now, when the luminous arrow hits him, what happens to the arrow afterwards?
It's vanished.
It vanishes. So, Frar, you
like
look. Oh, go ahead.
Nah, maybe it explodes into like little stardust or something.
Ooh,
Like a
I
flake
like it.
of glitter.
So, Frar, you're watching him after having thrown the net back at him, and as the net hits him, and he starts trying to kind of struggle up against it, and you can see a little bit of blood forming. Just all of a sudden, this a bolt of light, just kind of goes, phew, and just glitters out into the ground beside him, and just screeches out in pain.
Hell yeah.
Does that end your turn, Bob?
Yes.
Okay. This brings us to to my last dude. Just like not happy about the world at the moment, and is going to. You know what? He's committed. He's gonna do this, and he's not gonna hit you. with his
I
lovely
deflect it
trident.
with my stare.
And he's like, and he's now looking at you like, kind of wide-eyed and definitely like cornered cat kind of feel coming from this guy now. Jetta, it is your turn.
Okay. I will cast Toll the Dead on the one with the least hit points.
All right. That's the one that's in the net.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to end it for him. So that's a wisdom save.
Oh, right, that's me. Right. Pay attention, Wendy. Okay, gotcha. Bing. Hey, I finally
Oh,
rolled a good
God.
one. Whoo! Okay.
So in that case, I'll bring the spiritual weapon over and smacky smack.
On him or on the one that hasn't been hit at all once?
Take the
Um,
chopsticks.
yeah, I'll do the one that's restrained.
Okay, yeah. Then do it with advantage.
Okay. Sweet. Sorry, my mouse is being weird, so it's like taking forever.
That's all right.
There we go.
All right, as a long, uncut California roll comes smacking down on this guy, how much damage do you cause him?
9 force.
9 points of smacky damage. And just like, ah. He's looking hurt. He's looking pretty hurt.
Then I'll just point and say, "That's right, asshole."
All right, that's gonna bring us to anything else on your turn.
No.
All right, that brings us to Farrar.
Grappling is an action, right?
Grappling is an action,
All right.
but done with
I,
advantage if you're trying to grapple somebody who's in a net.
But I can't do, other moves after that, right?
That would be true. Yes.
All right. I'm gonna leap over to this platform over here, and while I'm in the air, I'm gonna swing my flail at this one's jaw.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and roll that attack. Oh, does that hit? Hang tight. I gotta. It just hits.
Ooh.
8 points of damage. As you smack him, you feel the barnacle-like things that are on his, that seem to make kind of formulate his armor just crackle, and something underneath him also feels like it's crackling under there too. That was a good solid smacky on this guy.
But he's not dead, right?
He's not dead.
Okay, then I'm gonna do grappling strike, and like use the chain of the flail to like have it around his neck and just like pull him onto me like in a kind of like a lock.
Oh, nice. Okay. You can spend spirited and try to grapple the target.
I have to do an athletics check.
To the athletics check. Okay, so.
So it is 5 plus 17.
So that's a 22. All right. Well, there's a possibility that he can overcome this.
Ooh,
But it's like a
we'll see.
5% chance. So let's
I would be
see
impressed
what
if he
happens.
did.
And so he goes to grab the chains, and it just looks at you wide-eyed and just woof towards you.
And
You've got him grappled.
Nice. And then do I move into his spot or?
No, he would be more like moving into a shared space almost with you.
All right, gotcha. So, oops. Okay, and that'll be the end of my turn.
Okay, I gotta look up one thing for this other guy here, so just give me 1 second here. For my next dude on my initiative, I am.
Did the grappled guy go? I don't think he had a turn.
He had a turn already. He was before Jetta, actually, on the initiative. This guy, on the other hand, has to break out of this net that he's now out of his own net. He has to break out of his own net, and I didn't see that. Oh yeah, no, he kind of just grips a little bit of the net and just whips it up and off of him and just throws it in the water and says, "Okay, enough's enough." Excuse me. Da, 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 da.
Can I use the one I'm grappling as like a shield?
You could certainly try. It'll definitely. I'll
Because I'm
allow
holding
you
him
to.
in front of me.
Yeah, you're gonna. He's gonna increase your AC. Is what he's gonna
Sweet.
do. And so he's gonna look around at basically his friend that you are now kind of using as a shield. He knows the situation though. So now this particular fella has the ability to do multiple things on a turn, so we're gonna let him do one more thing because he's now just gotten rid of the restraint, picks up his trident, and goes potentially through his friend at you. We'll see.
Oh.
Not
Oh, wasn't even enough
quite.
for if I wasn't protected.
Yeah. But it doesn't also it doesn't he also doesn't hit his own friend either. So like it was a bad roll. So so that ends his turn. That's Bob's turn now. You see
I
Frog
should one.
has been grappled, and then the other one has now just thrown the net off of him.
First, I throw a new luminous arrow at the leader.
Okie doke.
Let's see how that goes. A 12.
This one goes just over his shoulder as he kind of dodges it off of the while also trying to hit Frar.
And then, since I'm now close enough, let me grab him with magic.
Yeah, so you've been
Stay
paddling it
there.
all the way through. You're right. You will be close enough. Let's get your tokens on there. Get that out of my way. I don't have a boat token, so just go with it.
Hold person.
Right about there is where you guys will be. Let's get you guys onto the right layer. Huzzah! Okay.
I love
I'll
Bob Moss's smile when he comes in.
Just like
Oh.
what's the last
Hello.
thing you're doing here?
I am magically grappling the leader with hold person. So I need him to
Okay.
make a wisdom save, DC 14, or he is paralyzed for the next minute.
All right, wisdom. Oh, actually, hang on. It's a wisdom save. So this is actually a +2 on that. I didn't click the right thing. So it's 14 plus 2.
Then he makes it.
Yeah. All right. And just.
And I use my movement to climb ashore.
All right.
On the rungs.
Relatively easy. The boat bumps up against two corpses of these creatures, and so you guys basically just kind of step up and off.
Oh, I'm finally here. End of turn.
All right. Brings us to our now grappled person, who, with them being grappled, he's actually gonna grab. You've got him around the neck, so he's actually gonna grab your head, Frar, and try to disarm you basically by slamming your head into this iron wheel. And so let's see how good his ability to do so is. It's not so much of an attack. It's not good enough for you to hurt you.
Do I do
anyway,
the
so-
same?
Nope, you don't have to do anything on this one. I just wanted to see if he was able to do it. He pushes to see if this breaks, if he's able to kind of get you onto the this crate, and you just flex this now damaged gut muscle that you've got, and you ooze a bit of blood doing it, but you just kind of he tries to do it, and he ends up lifting himself up off the ground, trying to push you down, kind of like a kid who's hanging off his dad's arm. This guy's hanging off your neck. That was not a successful turn for him at all. But he can't do anything from the position he's in unless he does something to you. So he tried that. It was a nice idea. It did not work. Jeddah, it is your turn. And you are now there, able to see the things.
Yeah. Toll the dead?
Toll the dead on.
The leader.
Leader it is. That is his. He needs to do wisdom saving throw. 19.
He's
Good.
good at those.
It's like,
That's
And he
That's
looks
also a
at both
plus 2
you.
still.
Yeah, he looks at both you and Bob and starts just kind of his eyes start to narrow at you.
Okay. So no bong damage. Damn
You
it. And then let's see here. I'll do
still have sushi out.
smacky smack. Yep.
All right.
Damn it.
Oh no, your sushi is starting to unravel. I'm kidding. The
We're such amateurs.
it just yeah, he kind of narrows his eyes at you, and then he looks up at the sushi roll. Oh, now he gets it, and he dodges out of the way.
Okay.
Didn't really understand why this thing was there the entire time, but Farrar, it's now your turn. You have something grappled in
All
your
right.
arms.
Seeing him like lifting himself up, basically, I take the chance and like flip him over, so his head is set between my knees, and just like the Undertaker, I would like to tombstone slam him onto the ground.
Roll me. I think I want to make this
Unarmed.
an unarmed. Hang on. What's your? An unarmed attack. Yeah, go for it.
All right. Oh, I don't get advantage. Oh, I do get advantage, don't I? Because he's grappled.
He is grappled. Yes, you're right. You do.
Oh, sweet.
So that's a nat 20. That'll work.
6 plus 4.
Yeah, go ahead and describe how you. No, you already did that. You tombstone him, but you also tombstone him onto uneven ground, and so his neck kind of his head kind of does this as you let it go and let him go, and he is now very much a limp body in your arms.
Ooh, and then I toss him aside. I look at the leader and I give him a snarl.
He's looking at you a little. He's shitting himself. That ends your turn.
I'm gonna step closer to him. I'll move over to this side. And what else can I do? What else can I do? Yeah, that ends my turn.
Marvelous. All right, so then if that ends your turn, that's going to bring us to him, and you're going to get an opportunity attack on him, Frar.
Oh, all right, sweet.
Is that the 15 flail there?
Yeah.
That's enough. Go ahead. Yeah. How do you want to do this?
All right. So as he's running
He's trying
away,
to escape.
I swing my flail to make sure like the chain goes on his neck, so it like wraps around his neck, and then I'm like pulling him back, like get back over here,
Yeah.
and I press my foot on his back while I'm pulling, so to like snap his neck.
Oh, and it does so, and it's sickening because what else is actually on his neck is a bunch of these barnacles. You get and then snap, and the snap is more like a popping sound as it releases, releases tension on his neck muscles, and he is now down and
I'm
out.
I'm gonna like have my nickname be like the chiropractor or something.
I love it. I love
We
that.
call
I love
him
that for you so
the
much.
chiropractor. Like in like a gladiatorial arena or something. That's gonna be my title.
I love it. We now have a new nickname for him.
Oh, I see ground, I see ground, I see ground. And I immediately start going towards the beach.
Marvelous.
I'm gonna step over to Farrar and slap his back with a cure wounds.
Nice. So to
There you
do
go,
that,
buddy.
Jetta.
You roll that out.
To do that, Jetta, you also step on this iron wheel that seems to be affixed to some sort of door of a structure that seems to be underground. Now, you guys hadn't really had a chance to see a lot of things. In order to boat in here, Bob and Jetta, you guys would have had to have boated in underneath this very haphazardly made gray flag. It looks like it was just kind of stuck in here, obviously extremely temporary, and not that there's no sigil or anything on it. It's just this textile that is flapping in the breeze on this thing. But then there's this iron wheel that you're currently standing on top of as well.
So, fun fact, I'm a cleric and I don't have cure wounds prepped, so I did healing word.
That works. All right, so Farrar, that's you. You get your 9 points of
Yeah, it's not
healing.
bad.
That by definition makes you a bad cleric.
Exactly. I'm a terrible cleric.
Hey, it's something. I mean, it almost healed me fully. So
That's pretty good. That was a
yeah,
pretty
it's
good
it's,
roll,
it's really
actually.
good. Yeah.
I never see why you need to have both of them prepared. So.
Yeah, it's true.
Exactly. Like
That's true.
healing's
Yeah.
dumb.
Thank you.
And then I look to my belly. I'm guessing my belly is like.
It's largely stitched back together again. Like there's still obviously some wounds, but it's just not as deep anymore.
I'd still like to have a little bit of rest afterwards. Thank
Come
you
on the
for
beach,
everything.
guys. The scent feels great.
Can I
I
check
shout.
out
I
the
shout.
creepy wheel too?
I
Sure.
shout from the beach.
Roll me an investigation check.
Oh shit, I'm bad at this. So this is a 0.
Yeah. Okay. So,
That
um,
checks.
like you were gonna get stuff anyway. It was just how you were gonna get it that this helped me determine. Um, you immediately you grab this wheel and it doesn't really turn much at all, and so you just kind of lift and it goes, and like you expected it to be a lot harder to do anything, and so you almost lose your footing as it just opens up, and it opens up this portal to something, to this dark space below, and it's not underwater, and there's no water in there, so this is obviously a structure of some sort, but it's, and you have dark vision, so because you have dark vision, I'll give you this. There is definitely a kind of an it's a well-appointed chamber that it opens up below you. There's a spiral staircase that comes from this to another stairwell that seems to go in both directions, all down into the darkness.
This
see
looks
a floor
interesting.
a long ways down. I'm going to say around 20 feet down. Um, so you do know that the stairs actually do go somewhere, and that there's an end at it. And you see what seems to be some form of furniture, although from this angle it's kind of tough to see what that is in there.
This is strange.
Very strange. Is it a bunker of sorts?
Yeah, I would be curious to check it out, but we do have other business to attend to, so
I'll mark it down for when we come back.
yeah. Creepy bunker below. I like it.
But I want to mess it up.
Oh, nice job skewering that person, by the way. It was
Thank
pretty
you.
cool.
It's natural.
Yeah, I figured.
Now I'm going after Bob.
Okay.
You guys find him on the beach, playing in the sand, humming. Do you wanna build a sandman? La 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 la.
All right, I'm
La,
giving out
la.
inspiration freely today. That deserves it. That definitely deserves it.
Happy
All
to
right.
be at the, and in the on the ground under his feet again.
All right. So you guys make your way back to the beach without too much hassle. A few moments later, Putter and no, does Putter join you?
You said he
Putter's not
didn't.
interested in another little podunk town. It's too plebe-like, and he feels like he's got a mission to maintain. So I'm gonna give Putter consent, of course, next week to retcon this a bit, because I don't like playing this. But I suspect, actually, I'm just gonna double check one thing on his sheet to make sure that is fully true. Yeah. Oh yeah, no. Almost everything on his sheet is telling me he's staying on the ship, and he will be doing whatever he can to make sure one of the bed chambers is to his standards of approval while you guys are gone. So you guys can make your way all the way into town if you would like. Frar, are you going too?
Before we go into town, I want to have a talk with you if you don't mind.
Is this about my looks?
It is actually. But I thought it would help to maybe like take the tension away from you and like do something that I don't think you guys have seen me do before.
Like,
How about we go as 2 orcs? And all of a sudden, like, I use my furbolg. Furbolgs are known to have a little magic, and I can cast Disguise Self as I suddenly transform myself in a big blue half orc.
well, it's very nice to see one of my people again, but how will this help us?
Oh, now they think it's just us,
Take
the
attention off of
orcs.
you.
Instead
But you're
of
still an
us.
orc.
Oh, well, it's not working. Why is it not working?
Oh, yeah, there's a bracket in it. I just took the parentheses off. That's a pretty good looking orc. Yeah, I see that.
Oh, no, never mind.
File
3
does
times
not
fine.
appear to have any style information.
Okay, that's weird. Well, anyway,
Ooh.
Oh,
Oh,
the
we
computer
could.
tells you that. That's fantastic.
I don't know why that worked, but
I'll do the same thing
anyway,
with Disguise Self, but I'll
Yes.
look exactly like Fur.
That's
Because that's the only orc I've ever seen.
oh, that's weird.
I
Why is it
mean, now
on,
that you've seen Bob's orc,
True.
but you're gonna
Yeah.
look exactly like him.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what.
But what if you put the two together?
Ooh. That's a good idea.
Okay.
I'll be like
We'll have a little
I-
family.
almost like a little kid show looking type character with
Sure.
like red skin but blue spots.
Oh man, we're the parents.
Hang on. Red skin, blue socks. Yes, what you said?
Yeah, and I'll be slightly shorter than them, so I'm like their little orc kid.
That's just fantastic. Okay.
We're going in as an orc family.
All right.
This
is
And,
That's
I always
hang
knew
on,
we would
just to be
become
clear
a
about
family,
this.
guys.
Just to
We're
be
just
clear about
traveling.
this.
So.
Because I appreciate this so much right now. Bob, you are presenting yourself as a male orc. Yes.
Yes,
Okay, just making sure. Okay, we're good.
the
So,
big blue
all right,
one.
perfect.
Half
Just
orc,
making
half
sure.
orc, half orc.
I love this. I love this so
I mean-
much. I want it so bad. Okay,
It's
so
half orc.
LGBT represent, right?
yeah, it's Pride Month here too, so I'm all over it. So anyway,
Exactly.
it's brilliant, and I want it so much. So you guys are going to make your way towards Faemond. I have to admit, I'm not 100% prepared for a red orc, a blue half orc, and a potentially sickly looking child orc. To
You're also on
becoming-
half. Are you an orc or a half orc?
Me?
He's a full orc.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm a
full-
half orc.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
half
are you a
orc,
half
right?
orc? Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I also. That's why I also did half orc.
Okay, fair enough.
If he's
Yeah. Okay.
I was going to go full orc, but I feel like going half orc is a little bit better because like at least you have some humanity.
Right. Yeah. Fair enough.
sorry.
Okay. So then we're gonna get you guys walking. Have to walk through mostly open plains, and what you now see is kind of open farm fields and such. Baron's with you, so he's kind of leading the way. He finds fairly quickly with you guys. He finds your path, and you guys make your way towards the community of Faemond. In Faemond as you arrive. Now this is the DM designing the world as we speak, because I didn't think you guys were going to get to Faemond quite as quick as you did, but I'm okay with this. One of the things, as you arrive there, you're going to notice it really is much more of a farming style village than Roru was. And it is in much better condition. The houses seem to be, most of the houses are made of clay and sandstone kind of appearance. They do have some wood roofs on them, but they're all in relatively good shape. Many of them have little gardens out on the outside. The merchant district, which is again, Faemond's not much bigger than Roru, but it is a little bit bigger. As there is another one of the larger churches, if you will, that exist that you like the one you saw in Roru, and actually many of the designs on the architecture are pretty much the same. As you get into Faemond, though, here there isn't really much of like a city wall or a fence or even a gate. But you do notice a number of people in here that wear what you've now learned as the regular attire of the Azure Shield. So they have their tunic, they have their armor, and they have the blue shield emblazoned on their armor, as well as an actual shield of the same milk. Um, the and as you arrive, you can very quickly and easily be brought to kind of a general store. Is where Baron you would normally go in here to get some foods and supplies. Is there any place in particular you guys would like to get to in Fayment? One thing you will notice is that there's a little bit of a larger wood elf presence than there was in Roru here. That
I've never
more of
seen
these
one of these
people
much.
are humans and wood elves.
I've never seen this much arrows in one place.
Roll a perception check for me, Frar.
So would there
Actually
also be
doesn't see them.
so would there be a presence of the red butt druid, or
Sorry, say that again.
would there be a presence of the red butt druids?
Oh god.
Not much here. Not
I'm
without
blind.
like you'd have to do some inquiries to find out if there's anybody who's red bud here. Oh wow.
Frar the Blind could also be another nickname.
Yeah. So and you know what? Actually, I really ought to have everybody do a perception check because it's going to occur because I just remembered, of course, that you all look like half orcs.
My
Chakra, you
height
got
has
us at
been
the right
going
time.
down as my height is going down as well. So
Okay.
I'm at least 3 feet tall, less tall than I was before.
Oh,
Not
okay.
that,
So you're
not towering 7 feet anymore.
so we have our fairly tall Frar, our not quite as tall.
Natural 20, the last one of the
Okay,
session.
yeah. Well, then if that's the case, okay, so now I really have to design the whole town right now. Okay, so
There we go. A full
we go.
lore description
so
of the
Bob,
town of
you're
Fairmount.
actually Bob, you're actually fairly familiar with
I would assume I've been traveled through Fairmount because I came from the Glesserblade Forest, so I had to go around Okobogo Bay in my backstory to reach Roru. So I think this town I've seen before.
yeah, and it seems different because you're coming at it from a different angle. But as soon as you get to the center part of town, yeah, things are starting to seem a little bit more familiar. Not only that, but you're able to kind of almost lead to the general store here. You knew that there wasn't going to be many for the Redbud Druids here, but what you also know is that there seems to be this general sense of um, additional magics. There are more magical artifacts and more magical beings that live in this community than in other communities. Even more, maybe even more concentrated here than in Claymouth. Claymouth, of course, is a massive city, and so there's no problem in finding magic and magical people there. It's just that not as many in as small a space. The uh, uh, you know exactly where the Azure Shield House is. It's in this town. It's not actually attached to the church. It's separate from it, and it's actually on the opposite side of town. And the town is flat. There's not a lot to it. What you also notice around here that you maybe didn't really clue in before, but because you've had a little bit more experience with the Redbud Forest now, is that the soil is kind of the ground beneath your feet feels unnatural, and not so much unnatural as in there's some sort of aberration to it, but like something has disturbed the soil and it's just not packed in the way that it should be. Um, and then you realize, oh, this probably used to be embedded in a forest. And as you're looking around the town, you realize that there are still a few trees here and there that are very, very large and have been, or obviously here, for probably centuries, maybe even. But and very old, but they're also starting to look a little bit worn, which you, having been in a forest, know that trees do when they don't have protection from the elements. So this is kind of the general feel that you're getting for this town. And Bayron's going to take you guys to to the general store, but we're also going to pause right there because we're at our time, and I don't want to do too much of this shopping stuff without Putter. I will ask, however, Bob, because you're not going to be with us next week, Sky. You're going to be doing
Yeah.
fantastic things with Rick and Morty and stuff. So
Correct.
um, What would you
I will
want to
be
have here?
not at anybody. Probably if there's Dutch viewers, I'm at the AnimeCon next week
Do
doing.
you have a link for that? I should give you. Yeah, I'm gonna
Ah,
permit
it's
you to put a link on that.
it's let me see if I can. It's in the Netherlands, of course, in Rijswijk. I will be there with my Dutch 20 community friends, and several of our DMs will be playing D&D with people at the floor.
I'm actually really excited for that because it
I've,
sounds to me
I've
like
been.
it'd be just a riot.
Oh, you gave it to. Sorry,
Oh, I gave it to this guy. Hang on, let me
yeah,
bring.
yeah,
Yeah,
I didn't even know Rick and Morty had a D&D module.
yeah. They even have an D&D comic. It's also.
There you
I
go.
have it here.
Oh,
Even.
that's pretty cool.
I have it behind me.
So wait,
Here
how do
we
classes
go.
work in
There it is.
D&D Rick and Morty?
It'll be the same. It'll
It's
just
pretty
be
much the
like a
same. It's pretty much the same. Only Rick Sanchez is the DM. So
Oh,
he puts his own twist on the official rule book.
oh,
So,
that's
so
pretty
he probably say
cool.
like, oh, that's well, we're not gonna do flanking. Flanking's too
There's
late.
there's another
Something
cool
like that.
idea that I saw for sorry, I saw a twist for D&D ones, which is Wonderland, Tiny Tina's Wonderland, and that is a
yeah.
very interesting D&D-ish game.
Yeah, that one I'd be interesting to see. It'd be very interesting to see. So I'm gonna see. I really wish you guys were doing it live because I would love to have been able to see that, but
Oh yeah, it was been
that would
great.
have been really cool. But yeah,
If you want to see me play Rick and Morty D&D, although it's in Dutch, I think I have some sessions on my own channel,
yeah,
but like I said, it's in Dutch, so it doesn't really matter. Hey,
and that's
but
the
you were gonna ask me which I want to buy, right? If I'm in the store or
yeah.
in
What do you?
the
Yeah.
yeah, what I need is for a spell. That's why I've been saving up and I've been keeping my money in my pocket.
Okay.
Is a feather, tuft, or fur and a fishtail inside a gilded acorn worth at least 200 GP.
I'm sorry. What now? Okay, there was a lot
Yeah,
in
okay.
that. This is
Magic
D&D.
component of a gilded acorn worth at least 200 GP, and it has to have a fishtail inside of it, and a feather, and all kinds of stuff. But I assume I will only find that when we hit the capital. So
Well, I guess we'll find out. We'll roll that out for you next week here, I guess. You know what? Let's roll that out right now. A gilded acorn
yeah,
worth
I
200 gold.
but I only have 100 GP anyway, so people would have to chip in for me to do it.
Okay, well then
And
I'll role play that just a little bit.
I assumed I would buy it in the capital when we get paid. So if during next week's session we reach the capital and we get paid, that's what I would like to get when we get into what's the name, Claymouth.
Fair enough. Alrighty then. Then that will. Okay, I've got it written in. It's in my notebook, so we'll check that out next week. Um, I also want to say thank you to Chaco for jumping in with us. I hope you enjoyed what you saw today. I'm also going to say thank you guys again for playing with me. As always, it's a pleasure to work with you, or play with
Time
you is a
after.
better way of saying so. And we're going to be back here next week. We're going to try and start getting back to a regular schedule for a little while yet here. So you'll see Witchlight on Tuesday. You'll see Ghost of Salain on. Actually, I think Dak is actually going to be starting up something new pretty quick here too, and but that'll be on Wednesdays and on Thursday. They got to be getting close to the end of Curse of Strahd. They got to be getting close to the end of that thing, and then we're back here again on Friday with same people. Putter will be back next week, but Sky Guy's off, ricking and mortaring, or some. That's not. That's whatever. Anyway, we're gonna raid somebody. What do you guys? Is there somebody that in particular you guys want to raid today?
Area 51.
Is there Area 51? That I just about fell for that. You know, that's funny. I on my list right now I have Friendly here, but he's doing League of Legends. That would be a bit of a game shift, but it should be fine. But we've also got Phoenix who's still running games too. Anybody else that's on your lists right now, guys? What did you say?
Not on mine.
Then I think we're gonna go and bring all our viewers over to Phoenix. Keep the Dungeons and Dragons train rolling. Alrighty. Good deal.
Bye,
All right.
everybody. See you
Thank
guys
you
in 2
guys
weeks.
very much,
All right,
Twitch,
see you.
and
Have fun.
Bye.
take care, everybody.
Thank you.